Hey everyone, this next video, which is going to reflect my own opinion on the topic of civil disobedience. And with the G20 meeting that took place in Germany and the escalation that happened there, I think it's relevant, and I just want to give you my own opinion. So, civil disobedience is a very important aspect of any civilization that aims to be liberal. And why is that? Well, if you have any regulating authority that dismantles the basis of a coexistence of different ideas, a peaceful coexistence of different ideas, and when it even tries to prohibit the discussion of how to create a sustainable, peaceful coexistence of these ideas, then civil disobedience is the only option. And the question is, in what way will it take place? Because what goes around comes around. If you're the source of violence and hatred, then you will create more of exactly that. So, for example, if I face an animal predator and there's no other option than to fight, of course I'm going to use violence to defend myself, to survive. But with the G20 meeting, there was absolutely no reason at all for anyone to destroy shops and cars and property of people who didn't even have to do anything with the G20 meeting. Because civil disobedience is not equal to violence and to the blockage of something. Civil disobedience, in my opinion, is also the initiation of a new way of thinking or acting. And that's why I chose the title G20 and Reforestation, because I think what we do here with our reforestation project is in some way a civil disobedience as well. Because no regulating authority really supports this way of acting. We have to do it on our own. We have to come up with the money, with the people, with the ideas, with the time. We have to invest ourselves. And this is a way of civil disobedience, because we think that there's not a lot that happens when it comes to saving the environment and protecting the environment that is so important for everyone on planet Earth. And well, it's not only planting trees, it's also developing new green technology. That's a risk for everyone who does it, because no regulating authority really supports it. There is some support, but it's like this. When you compare it to other things which are supported, that bring a lot of profit to some people, but when you look at it in the bigger picture, you'll find that it's, well, not that helpful at all. And I think that all of us have to rethink our own behavior and acting every day, every hour, every minute, every second. We have to look at what we think and what we think is true, and we have to ask ourselves, do we really behave in the best way possible? Because if the people who burned these cars, who destroyed these shops and this property of other people, if they would really ask themselves, do I succeed in any way with what I'm doing? Do I get closer to the goal I have with what I'm doing? I think most of them would realize that they don't want to live in hell. They don't want to live in a world where cars burn, where people have to be afraid to go on the street. They don't want that. Well, I'm not a fan of the G20 meeting. I think there should be way more transparency, of course. But what does it help to change that if you just burn some cars? What does it help to destroy property of people you don't even know, that are just normal people like yourself? So think about what you do, think about how you act, and always ask yourself, do you want to be the source of love, of community, of greatness in the world, or do you want to be the source of hatred, violence, and destruction? Thank you.